the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again. Did you make them choices you made, would you make them
All the choices you made, would you make them
All the choices you made, did you make?
Nothing's gonna stop me. Hey, yeah. Nothing's gonna stop me. Feeling so right. Nothing's gonna stop me. Hey, yeah. Nothing's gonna stop me. Feeling so, 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 feeling Nothing's gonna stop me. Hey, yeah. Nothing's gonna stop me. Feeling so right. Nothing's gonna stop me. Hey, yeah. Nothing's gonna stop me. Feeling so, 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 feeling so,
All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 Did you make them All the choices you made, did you make them
all the choices you made, did you make them
again? choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again. Did you make them all the choices you made, would you make them
All the choices you made, would you make them
would you make them All the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again. Did you make them
Las estrellas brillan juntas desde un mismo lugar. Y es que la final no es un partido más, es el momento donde cambiará la historia. Porque en la Champions, nada está escrito.
Doing it alone, guys. We got to bring out our two casters. It's Jacob PR and Takata.
There they are. Bring it
Again,
in.
like we never left.
What's up?
Takata, it's been weeks and we're finally here at the finals. How are you feeling?
I mean, it's incredible, right? We've been through qualifiers, through semifinals.
jump into it. I've been waiting for this moment. And for a lot of these competitors, this is literally the beginning of the end.
That's true, everyone. But of course, we got to look at our predictions real quick because this is the beginning of the end for us. We've been doing these predictions for 4 weeks now, having a little bit of a competition for ourselves. And I went with oh my, you guys all lied to me. What? Okay, everyone lied about what their pick was besides me. I'm going with Ree and Rex. They qualified through qualifier 1 with 200 points. They have an uncontested drop spot with no car, with a car there. Clay, before we get to these guys, talk to me about your predictions.
Blindsiding me, Takata. Okay, I see you. No, went with Arkham and Epic Whale. Just have a feeling that they're gonna do well today.
Panda.
Hey, listen, you know what? This is a good sign for me. I'm just saying, you guys are putting all your chicken in one basket here. So look, Batman Booga Wheels, obviously they've been growing in the space, and this team has something special. And I feel that this is their season.
Takata, you lied to me.
Look, me and Jacob, we have this synergy going on, all right?
Okay.
So Jacob, you know, wasn't the best at predictions previously, but when we went together, when we held hands and both picked Arkham and Epic Whale, that's when they qualified, and we have that faith in the finals. So, you know, I had to pick Arkham and Epic Whale.
I mean, Jacob, we saw it in social media. You know, a lot of these pros like to say who they think is going to be making it through as the first place spot, and every single pro said Arkham and Epic Whale, Arkham and Epic Whale. So what have they done differently from last season where they got 15th place to have such a confident spot in first place right now?
To me, the biggest thing for these guys isn't necessarily what happened to them last season, even though that plays a huge part. They're 6-time, multi-time champions, and when you place that low, you come out with a fire. You can best believe these guys are going to play like they have never won an FNCS before. They're going to come out hungry as can be.
But also, I do have to talk about their journey through these. I mean, they didn't make it through any of the qualifiers, and in fact, they made it through semifinals day 2, I believe, Clay.
Yeah, they definitely had a hard journey, but I mean, it's Arkham and Epic. Well, you can't really bet against them.
And Takata, something that we commonly see is that regardless if they're contested or uncontested, they sometimes have issues with Storm Surge tags, and they're going to be uncontested today, potentially. Drop spots do change. So what are your thoughts on that?
Look, I have faith. They have a vehicle. They've had a lot of time to study and practice for these finals, and knowing the type of players they are, I'm sure they're ready and they're going to be able to get enough damage.
And then, of course, Batman Booga seems to be kind of a rising star. I remember watching him back in third-party tournaments, slowly starting, everyone just kind of making fun of his name, and now being one of the best players that NA West has to offer. How has he gone to this point?
Look, his commitment level is probably the highest I've seen on West right now. A lot of players, they have good commitment, but Batman Booga is next level. It's similar to like Malibuca on EU, right? Literally, he'll get done with qualifiers, get done with finals, and he's immediately into scrims, practicing, prepping. And that's the same thing with Batman Booga. And that's why I'm confident that him and Wheels will do something special these next 2 days.
Guys, I know what you're saying in chat. Stop the talking. Let's start the game. So with all of this being said, everyone, FNCS Chapter 3 Day 2, or Chapter 3 Season 2 Finals Day 1 starts now.
Starting right now, Takata. Can you believe it? Everything we've been through this season comes down to an end this weekend. And I gotta ask you, this is game number 1. You're the only one I trust. How is a player feeling in moments like this?
Look, the first game is always going to be the most stressful, but it's also the match that kind of builds up your momentum for the tournament. I feel like it's almost as important, if not more important, than the last match of the day. So this is the match of the players. They got to get ready. They got to feel confident. They got to show that they've studied beforehand and they are ready to make something happen.
Yeah, I like it because even though this is 6 games today, it's 12 games overall. So as much as it's important to have a great day tomorrow, you got to build that foundation that you can really lie your hat on. And I like that. Building the confidence early is going to be absolutely huge, and knowing that if you do go down early, if things do happen, there are so many opportunities to kind of pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go at it again.
Yeah, and I mean, there's veterans, Jacob. There's some players that, you know, it's their first time in the finals, and and the battle bus is ready, so we don't have to wait too long to see these names, Jacob. I mean, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And that's the thing about this, is doesn't matter how I'm feeling, because these players, there's 50 different duos, 100 individuals dropping into the map right now, and it matters how they're feeling, because they're the ones that are going to have to put up a fight here. And already we got some early action going down. Evo on one, both of them taking damage, but they fire back, they turn, they burn, they take out July. Now Amp with his back up against the wall, no builds to his name, with the striker, with the combat. He does have the tools, but he doesn't have the time. This is the moment, Scotty. He has to back down and really reassess the situation.
Now, not having that player advantage is Evol and On One here looking to make something happen against Amp, and there it is. Evol now with 2 eliminations, starting off with 6 points.
Yeah, this is where it's so easy to kind of get down on yourself. You know, you didn't last too long, but this is where you got to have the most confidence in your gameplay possible, knowing that, hey, something drastic happened in game number 1. I can pick it back up. I can have the games of my life and kind of finish it off, because that's something we've seen throughout the qualifiers. A team that typically does win the first game or has a good half of the tournament doesn't typically end that same track.
Look, I was saying how important that first match was for the momentum, right? But something just as important is that mentality, Jacob. Being able to bounce back from a negative situation like getting eliminated off spawn is one of the most crucial things of Fortnite competitive. And the top tier players, they're really good at this. And we can actually take a look. Speaking of top tier players here, we have Krypus, Thoric, gonna be coming out on top in this early game engagement. And losing his teammate Thoric, I mean, you know you're feeling stressed out in the first match.
No, you definitely are. And you got to have the confidence, though. If you are Thoric and you did go down, Krypus getting not one, but both of those eliminations, that's to start to build that confidence in the foundation that we're talking about. And because you can kind of see on this side of the map, even though there is one team floating around, it's not going to be an easy exchange if they did want to try to third party and kind of clean up all this.
It's all about having options, right? Deciding what you want to do. And speaking about fan favorites here, Jacob, we got Rex, we got Reet. Let us know in the chat who you are rooting for in the finals. Put the duos down, as Reet right now getting tagged from afar, but looks like they do have Greasy Grove uncontested, so they have time to loot up, they have time to mat up, they have time to get everything they need for that late game. But problem could be damage, Jacob. I wonder what their plan is, right? Where are they going to go for tags? Are they going to try and take an engagement? Are they going to take it slow, look for tags from afar? Really so many options. Just